Welcome to the Healing Hour. I am your host, Athena Rodriguez, and we'll be having some healing conversations.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's episode of the Healing Hour podcast. Today, we have a very special guest. I know her as Nia from geology class.
Yes.
I met her about almost 10 years ago now.
2015.
2015, my first college course at, well, not my first college course, but in my freshman year of college at Sam Houston State before I transferred. And we sat next to each other, and spontaneously throughout the last year, we ran into each other. And I've been following what she's been doing, and she's been doing some very neat stuff. So please tell us a little bit more about, you know, your expertise field right now.
Perfect. Hey, y'all. Like she said, my name is Nia Mason. I am a certified master hypnotist, and I'm also a certified hypnotherapist. It's kind of a taboo and deep and occult type thing where it's not usually really talked about, but that's why I'm here to do it. I'm here to uncover and show what's unknown.
I know, because when you mention hypnotism, I'm like, whoa, like, what is that? Like,
Right.
I think when we think of hypnotism, we think of, like, the shows, like, the round balls going around, like, ooh, now you're sleepy. Like, how much of how Hollywood portrays hypnotism, how much of that is for real?
So, I'm gonna be real honest. I didn't understand it either. When I first saw a video of it, I was trying to figure out how this is being interfaced. How is this guy speaking to the client? She looks asleep, but she's talking and having full sentences. How is this even happening? So when I did my research, I did notice that hypnosis or being in a trance is something that we are all in almost 90% of the day. If you are driving home, and you end up, you pulling in to the right, you pulling in to the left, and you get home and you just say, man, I don't even remember driving like that.
I never do.
That's hypnosis.
Never do.
And guess what's playing while you're in hypnosis while you're driving? Advertisements on the radio. So what's happening is you're in that heightened state of trance, and then your body will take on, they're called, I'm sorry. I didn't have the brain for it. Your brain takes on these suggestions. Sorry, y'all. So that's why they have the commercials playing. Like when they know when you're sitting down chilling, your brain trances out. We go into your subconscious, and then we're listening and we're hearing. And now I want a burger from McDonald's. I don't even eat that. That's how that happens. So a little bit of what Hollywood portrays is that, like Get Out. This is the main one where people are so afraid that I'm gonna click something and they're gonna be stuck and sunk in the chair and will not be able to move, and it's gonna be a truth serum. Y'all, I'm here to tell y'all it's not that. The worst that will happen is that one of my clients fell asleep. So that means they went a little far too deep into hypnosis and they might be snoring. A lot of times people have not felt that type of relaxation in a long time. When you're able to sit, it's kind of like meditation. When you're able to sit in with yourself. I've fallen asleep during meditation as well. I woke up talking about, that must have been great.
Especially guided meditation. I am
you'll be guided away. So yes, that part, the worry of that is, like I said, you'll get stuck. Hollywood has made it. That's not true, y'all. Like I said, the worst is that you're not deep enough, and you'll tell me, can you put me in deeper? Like, my clients will know. Can you put me in a little deeper? Like, I feel like I could still, I don't know. They want to be taken under. They want to feel something. So you can get deep in there, which it just means that you're going to be so relaxed that the suggestion is, I'm so relaxed, I may not even want to move out this chair. But it's in a positive light. It's not brought on through stress or anxiety. So that's the way we administer the therapy. Another thing, with the getting sleepy now, we can do it's called an eye fascination. So they have taken that and they just boosted it up. Because technically I wouldn't be able to just do this and you fall into it. It wouldn't be that. But if I've already gotten you into hypnosis and your body knows how to go there, and I tell you, okay, we're gonna bring you up out of here, And when you open your eyes, you're going to look at this. Yeah, you're going to look at it. And then as your eyes will generally tend to get sleepy anyway, and you've already been there. So that's what that is. That's the explanation to that. It's not like anybody can't just. And then
I was gonna say, like, does there have to be some type of like consent to it?
Of course. So even we're consenting now, even talking about it, we're fulfilling a contract that we may have had before we even came here. That we're going to. You would help me. And because this is a very big help. Y'all don't understand. Just getting into entrepreneurship and trying to, owning a business.
That part.
Owning a business.
It's already done.
It's done. I'm not trying. It's a lot. So I really appreciate you. So yeah, consent is you. That's why I have the consultations to feel that if this is even something that you want to do. After that, I do have like 4 release forms, and then from there on. It's such a spiritual thing that we're doing, y'all. I don't know how deep you into, knowing about your spirit guides and stuff. Yes, and we're Sagittarius, y'all.
We are masters of the occult. Like, I feel like we love to, like, deep dive and, like, we need to know. Like, I just love how, like, Sag women are such, like, ethereal beings. This is a Sagittarius rant, but
yes.
I have another Saggy on my pod, and just my conversation with her, I just felt so seen. Like,
yeah.
I love that. I love that. What a spiritually connected woman. Keep going.
I love that. Yes. I'm sorry, I forgot. I forgot the train.
We had a moment.
We had a moment, y'all. But yes, it's very, like I said, it's very occult, very deep. And when you get to talking about it spiritually, now I learned most of my tools outside of school. But when I found out which school that mentor went to, that's how I found the school. And when I went over the part where they taught us the past life regression, which is something that sparked me, because that was a confirmation to me finally that, oh my gosh, we have been here and we have been traveling for so long. What is the reason they would hide that from us? I'm always thinking about, like, what would be the reason they would hide something so grand from us and call it a phenomenon when we all can actually speak to spirits, loved ones. You might not know it. You might be hearing stuff. You might hear it in your own voice and not understand how they work and how they move. But I'm sorry, this is going back to consent. You're consenting and your spirit guides are aware even that we're having the session. They're always literally waiting in the wings, like, and I know this from when I put them into hypnosis and we go through the past life and you go to the point where you meet your loved ones. They're always so excited. Like some of their loved ones say, "What are you doing here?" Like they have stuff to do in spirit realm, y'all. And they'll
what
be
are you doing here?
Or like, "Hey, like I missed you." And I'll ask, "Are you here as a guide? Are you here just to watch?" And sometimes they'll be saying, "I'm just here to watch." It's so funny, y'all. My aunt said she had to hurry up because she was late for a party. In spirit, yes. She told me, like, "Okay, girl, I'm gonna be going now. I gotta get ready for the party." And I'm like, so imagine, y'all, we literally are walking day to day here in a monotonous life. We're trying to figure it out when it's other stuff beyond here. Why don't tell us? Why don't tell us that?
Because it'll scare us. Like, it's scary. Like, I feel like that's the reason why. And then also, it challenges so many beliefs that's been established and institutionalized.
Yeah.
And I love all my metaphysical friends, and I had an astrology pod, and I think that scares a lot of like Christians and like a lot of people who subscribe to a specific faith, and I subscribe to specific. I work across everywhere. I'm Catholic,
right?
Very much so. Church every Sunday, but I know enough to know that like, the spirit, God is connected to spirit.
Yeah.
God and spirit are synonymous, and we have a spirit. Yes. And we're all interconnected. Yeah. And so we're doing ourselves a disservice by being afraid to look into the metaphysical, and there's just so many things that go unexplained that these things just explain.
Please help us understand like what's going on. Yes. I have a lot of people that are afraid of that as well, like kind of like they're going against their religion. But one thing that they taught us in school is that, y'all, this has nothing to do with religion. We're using tools that you have yourself. You know that you want to lose the weight. You know that you want to stop smoking. You know that you want to stop drinking. You know that these cycles are plaguing your life. Every day you wake up and do the same thing. You know this. So when you agree to come to me and you agree to allow me to guide you through your subconscious to be able to take those horrible associations that you have and switch them over, then that is our contract. That is our consent right there. I'm here to help. So, we just get deep in there and just
So what is the process like
Yeah.
whenever you're putting people under? What is the process? Is it as like when your first session, did it scare you? Like how does it, and then also how do you guide people to their guides? Like, and also, so many questions.
I got you.
I'm so sorry.
I'm holding my. I got him. I got him.
Like, okay, I guess I'll just ask them in a series. But yes, and then also I want to know, where are our spirit guides? Like, are they here and we can't see them?
Yeah.
Or are they watching us from a TV screen?
No.
No,
it's more of a, so what I've learned through reading a couple books about hypnotherapy, Dolores Cannon is one of the original best hypnotherapists. She coined the way to get the person the deepest into hypnosis so that they can see past lives and actually answer these questions from collective consciousness. You have to be really deep in there to be able to do it. So reading her books have definitely helped me understand the astral plane is what they call it. So it's just like this, but it's just another dimension. We have multiple dimensions. Like, that's why it's very, like, religion and everything is very strict, because some of these things don't even touch this. Like, we don't even know about dimensions. What do you mean? Like, that's never been taught in our books. You would have to be a conspiracy theorist or a person that believes in, like, Scientology or something to understand this, but it's not reality. Your people are always here. They're always here. They're just in another dimension. They cannot physically touch you and they cannot interfere in your well-being, but they can help in certain ways. Sometimes they'll affect the lights. Sometimes they can take the form of different animals, birds, butterflies, red cardinals, snakes. Like, that's one of the things that I ask when you do meet your loved ones. What is a form that you come in to show that you're around? And I get that answer and that yes set, so my client will know, well, the next time, hey, that's what they'll take on. They'll always take on a butterfly if you want them to. You can tell them how you want to show up, and you can just accept how they show up. So when you are in your waking state, oh my gosh, I see 3 pennies. My grandpa told me he was going to leave me 3 pennies. Like that, it just puts us at ease. And it also shows that they are listening and they're here and they're aware.
That's so comforting, but also, like, so scary, so they can see everything.
To be okay, they can see everything, but
there's some things that I don't want.
This is what you can
grandma
say.
To see.
This is what you can say, because I have an altar in my room, baby, and listen.
Hey,
girls gets down.
They
okay,
don't judge me.
No, they don't. But this is what I say. I'll say out loud, and this is so funny because all my friends know I'm super spiritual. I'll be like, y'all give me a second. Period. Y'all give me a second.
And then I'm just looking down like,
But they understand the vessel. They understand what it's like to be in the human vessel, the needs of the human vessel. They understand everything. They're not judgmental at all. That's one thing that I've noticed. When people see their beings, their family, they're always so nervous what they're going to say. And all they do is give them love and confidence and advice to help you keep going on in this life, because they know it's hard. It's easy from up there or from, around here. And you don't have to have the same earthly urges to go have fun and go party and overdrink. And now I'm trying to figure out why I'm doing this. They understand.
Yeah.
They understand.
So I heard a theory as well about, us being, the different astral planes and the concept of kind of like heaven and hell being on a vibrational way. And it's like, the worst. The worser of a,
right.
That's not even a word. The worser of a person that you were.
I understand.
the lower frequency
Right.
that you're in, and you know, the better of a person that you were, the higher frequency you are, and God is like the highest frequency. Like, so how does that play in to like the heaven and hell aspect? You know, if they're just always around us, then how does that?
Right. That's a good question, right? That'll show you that the separation is not the type of separation that you think. You could be walking among someone who's living in hell. You wouldn't know. Or you would if you make contact with them, and now your life is spiraling. It is definitely a frequency thing, I believe, and just from doing the work. I will say, I guess you could say heaven, like you said, is just a frequency. When you're vibrating and you're attracting things, of course it's going to feel euphoric and fun and happy. Not to say that you're not going to go through different things, and going through different things doesn't mean you're in hell. So I feel like it's a very intricate, like, I don't even know, I don't want to step too much over here and say this or step too much over here, but I do believe, this is what I believe. You have certain things that you said you were going to come here to do in this life. Okay? You got the certain people around you here to help. When they pass on, they're your spirit team. They're going to help from the other side. Heaven, hell, I would just rub it all away. I would scratch it away, because that concept gives it something to blame on bad things. Like, when actuality, you put these things there so you can fulfill your duty in this lifetime. So heaven to me would be me fulfilling my purpose, whatever that means. Hell to me would be me not fulfilling my purpose, and everything seems like it's crashing down and I don't have any stability because I'm not walking in my purpose. That would feel like hell to me. I don't think it's here's here and here's there, and if you do this, you can go here. If you do this, you're going to go there. No, it's already ordained. It's already there. Whatever you're going through, it's okay. Like, we don't have to blame this person. We don't have to blame this person. So I don't think it's I'm loose with it. Like, I'm having heaven today. I'm in heaven right now. Like, I'm so happy. I'm exuding just happiness, and everything today has been coming to me. So I feel like I'm in heaven today. Tomorrow may not be the same. Somebody might steal my wallet, my purse, and I'm like, the devil! No.
So how would you classify, like, okay, so we've talked about the different astral planes. We talked about our spiritual guides, you know, our ancestors being there and watching us. So what about the phenomenon of, like, reincarnation? I know whenever I was born, my mom always tells me this story about how I had a really spiritual doctor who actually, like, quit her practice and moved to Africa.
What? What you do, Athena?
I don't know.
I was just born.
I was just here. She said, my mom said she delivered me and looked at me and was like, she been here before.
Yeah, and
I don't know if I spooked her back to Africa or... I mean...
Some people can see. Some people got that eye.
And I was like, I've always felt old. I've always felt like I never wanted to play with kids my age. To this day, like, I don't have... All my friends are, like, 30s plus.
Yeah.
Like, I never really felt like... Things never really excited me, for real. Like, I never really felt like, wow, this is the first time I'm doing it. It's always been like, okay, I'm doing this. Like, okay. Like, even, like, the most exciting things that, like, people will sit there and, like, take pictures of Instagram and, like, vlog, and I did this. I've never really felt, like, a need to do that.
That's so me.
I always felt like, like, this is just an experience.
Exactly.
And so I'm like, how does the concept, like, of that go? Like, say if your loved one does reincarnate, if reincarnation is a real thing, and they come into a baby's body, like, and do they leave your side, or how does that go? Like,
what do you mean, do they leave your side?
Like, you know, you said, like, they're waiting for you on the other side.
Okay.
Like,
okay, I see.
Are they, whenever they rotate back into human form,
right,
do they rotate back into human form, or is reincarnation a myth? 1.
Okay.
2, if it's not a myth, where do they go?
Okay, perfect. I got your question. So from the sessions that I've done and what people come back and tell me, okay, It's always like I always have to take a deep breath because, like, y'all, I could see everything in my head and I have to, like, crunch it and try to give it to where everybody can understand because it's it's such a crazy topic. But okay, as far as reincarnation, that's kind of what got me into the hypnotherapy. So the theory of the past life regression, of course, is that you're traveling back to a past life, and you can access this because on our string of DNA and spiritually, imagine it's like a line. And all you doing is hopping here. I've been here. I can hop here. Everything on your line, you can access again. Okay? So we all, like I said, we all plan. Like, it's a huge planning thing that goes on in the astral plane before you get here. Who you will be with, who's going to help you, who is going to hurt you, but it's going to help you in the end, who you're going to hurt, but it's going to help them in the end. These things are, in this theory, they're already all planned out. Where they wait, they're in spirit realm preparing for whenever it's time for them to get back. We don't remember, of course, these relationships because in whatever specific lifetime we're in, they are supposed to be here and playing that role. So it would be kind of awkward if you knew in your past lifetime your son was your husband. You wouldn't want to. You have amnesia, so you would be able to fix exactly what you need. I don't need to know 10 lifetimes ago you were my lover. I mean, that's not really going to help us, but giving the sessions and showing people a glimpse of maybe what happened in that past life could help realize how your relationship is going now. So, I'm just saying this would all be something that's already planned. People come back, y'all. Have you ever seen the little white boy that said, "My name was Pam, and I just died. I jumped out of a burning building," and yeah, like the kids remember it the best because they're just coming from this. But it's like a phenomenon where kids remember these past lives, and they are different races, different genders. You pick the need of the lifetime. So I would say maybe for me, like I chose to be this person. I'm still wondering why I chose to be short, but hey, whatever. Whatever. But like I said, we wait for each other sometimes. It's not a coincidence that all of your people, all of my people were in 1996, people that I have had very, very good relationships with, and maybe relationships that were not so good, that taught me how to be. Everybody was waiting on each other. And when it's your time, you go how you said you were going to go, you peace out, and then you still work. None of this is for no reason. You're going to have to work in spirit realm. You're going to have to work in the physical. It's all to help your soul evolve. Everything is to help you. So in reincarnation, I definitely believe in reincarnation. You ever wonder why you feel a certain... I noticed, like, you ever met somebody you're like, man,
all the time.
Yes, I think we're just recycling souls and doing what we're supposed to do in this lifetime. So yeah, you may feel a certain way, like a lot of people that have maybe mother issues or dad issues, or sibling issues. You don't know what y'all did in that past life. So sometimes shedding a little bit of light, like I said, helps people understand why are you going at this and why it's still present today. It's time for you to fix it. That's karma that you did not fix. So I'm really in the business of, for one, help and heal right now. For two, let's start erasing some of this karma by realizing we're in a cycle to begin with. Being in your subconscious, you can actually see, because everything in subconscious is symbols. It's hard to put into words, but when these people are in that arena, when they're in that past life, and I tell you to go up to this person that's your husband, and I tell you to look into their eyes and get a sense and feel of who that soul feels like. Does it feel like someone that you know? Man, this man feels like my dad right now. Okay, he was your dad back then. Why did your soul bring you here? What do y'all need to fix? Oh, well, I never forgave him for this here. Okay, so in this lifetime now, y'all have a tumultuous kind of relationship where you don't know why. Maybe sometimes y'all just bicker. Y'all just don't get along. It could be unresolved trauma from past life. So Past life regression kind of gives you a little peek into that. And to see yourself, like they see themselves walking and talking as a whole different person with kids. Like people that don't have kids right now, their favorite part of the session was seeing my kids. I'm just like, you can't fake that feeling. They're talking about their kids. I'm like, girl, you don't have kids, but you know, so
what about, those who, like, I was just on TikTok the other day, and I'm on TikTok every day.
That specific time.
I'm on TikTok yesterday. I'm be on TikTok tomorrow, and until the U.S. bans it. Stop.
Okay.
So my whole feed is just nothing but spirituality and like funny relationship failing memes. And
don't
maybe we can ask my spirit guide that when we get there.
Yes.
But why you keep sending me these demons?
It's all lessons, baby. It's all lessons.
I've had enough. You had enough.
Or did you?
I can't take no more. But so she was talking about, using spirituality to absolve guilt too. She was saying that, like you're on the topic of kids, and she was like, to the women who are struggling with guilt after abortions, your child needs you to know that they're coming back.
Oh yeah, that's a touchy topic.
So it's like I've heard a few theories, like sometimes like sometimes the spirit just wants to experience the womb. Yeah.
Oh yes.
And then sometimes I hear that like, oh, that baby that you weren't ready for, it spun the block.
That is, I have seen that, not with anybody just yet that I've regressed back, but my mentor, I saw that. I had two mentors. I saw that a lot. You would ask the soul to go back to a lifetime where blah, blah, blah. So you don't necessarily direct them. You don't say a time you lived in Atlantis because you don't know and you don't want the mind to try to make something up. So we don't direct them, but we let the soul choose. And I've seen y'all miscarried babies or aborted babies that will stick by the mom. They literally, like, that soul does not go anywhere. It is waiting to get recycled. A reason why one of the babies miscarried was she said it was something wrong with my lungs. I'll come back next time. And when you're speaking to they sound like a kid. They're back in the, or another one was like, everything is dark, like they were in the womb. And so we got the perspective from a baby in the womb. Like you said, sometimes they just want to experience. Another touchy thing is sometimes, y'all, with doing that, sometimes you never know the karma, like not good or bad, but equal things. What happens is, so say maybe a baby left or whatever, maybe you had to experience your child leaving in that lifetime, and then that's a contract that you had with that soul and that baby. So you and that baby agreed before you thought about it, y'all agreed that, mom, I would teach you this, and the baby girl, I'll teach you this. And when it's time to come back, y'all join in again. It's all about lessons. It's all about evolution. Not saying that, no one deserves that, of course. No one deserves to be gunned down in the street. But you never know what contract they made to clear their karma to leave. Maybe they took someone's life before, and now they have to be taken. Or, like the book read, a life for a life never does not have to mean both of you die. You may have to give your life to watching a kid that you never knew. So now you don't really have your life. It's all about this person. So you never know. That's why you never judge, y'all. Everybody's equal when you think about it. Everybody's equal. Just because I didn't go through this does not mean I'm not going to go through this when I'm 75 and it may shock the rest of my life. It does not mean that. So everybody mind your business. Don't judge. You never know. Like, if anybody has anything to say, baby, I'm clearing my karma from the last life. Don't worry about me. Actually,
though, I had a Reiki healer.
Oh,
and she's also a tarot reader. And this lady was telling me, she was telling me I'm reaping my daddy's karma.
It happens.
And I'm like,
it happens.
I got a whole other sister.
What?
Yeah.
That's why I'm here, y'all.
I'm the oldest. like now my brother actually got killed. He got gunned down. So that's that's my sibling from my dad's side, and so I'm the next oldest, and I'm like, after she said that, I'm like,
girl,
like, am I paying for like what my dad did to them nice ladies? Like, like, am I paying like his karma? Like, she was literally telling me like, low key, like, you probably want to spiritually cut him off.
Sometimes that's what you're supposed to do,
I'm like, why me though? Like, in what world would I make a contract? Like,
girl.
yeah, like send your worst hitters. Cause my daddy, like, what? That blew me. Like that revelation right there. Like, it was crazy because I would say it was a kind of like a hypnosis kind of state. So she did like a spiritual cleanse on me where I was under a white light.
Okay.
And she told me to close my eyes, and then she started speaking, and then like to me, I went to sleep. So I was asleep, and the only things that I remember was seeing angels, but in the way, not in the cute way that you see on the Hallmark cards.
No.
But the terrifying ones.
They look like that.
Huge eyes and the wings.
Yes.
And so I have my eyes completely shut, and I just see like angels. And then I woke up, and I just felt like 1,000,000 pounds lifted from me. I didn't recall the experience. She was like, oh, yeah, go ahead. And, next time you need another spiritual cleansing, like, come on, get clean. So, like, how does that work with karma and spiritual cleansing? Like, and just, is that something that the ancestors, that your spirit guides actually want you to do? Do they want you to tap into these things? Or are some people different? And are some people, they don't want you to tap into that because you may not know what you're doing?
Well, whenever you're ready, period. Even through the session, sometimes if I ask, I'll have my clients write down certain questions, so when you're in that state, I can be the guide and ask your ancestors, okay, why don't y'all come to me? And one of the ancestors told my client, like, you need to fix your issues with your mother. It's blocking us. And the room that you're in, it's clutter. We don't want to come in there. No, y'all, I will refuse to laugh right now. Not even, but they that's why I said they can see.
Messy. I don't want to
she didn't say messy, but I'm trying to be nice, y'all.
They didn't want to step on them Doritos and water bottles and shit.
They would just like, clean the space and invite us in. It's just like, would you let your granny in real life come over and you got stuff everywhere? They're the same.
If my granny went to the spiritual room, I know them just to go flying. I know.
Exactly.
My granny do not like no mess.
Exactly. So you think they'll want to come? No, they don't. So yeah. So they'll sometimes they will, let the client know why certain things are happening. Like, but going back to, I'm sorry, you asked another question, like 2 questions. Oh, Sagittarius, we don't get enough. Okay, so I done lost my train.
We were talking. Oh no, the conversation got good. We'll find some new questions. So what about?
Gosh.
So I guess another burning question that I have about this too is like, do you work with multiple people? I mean, with a person multiple times?
Yes.
So it's like, it's not like a one and done kind of.
It can be. Okay. So depending on how you take this experience, sometimes people are one-time experience people like me. I don't want to, I don't just wake up saying, okay, let me just tackle this, like all of this today. Let me get all my karma done out the way. So no one wakes up like that to do that.
Can you do it on yourself?
You can do self-hypnosis, but not a past life regression. You still technically need a guide. So y'all want to know something? I never had a past life regression done on myself.
Really?
I hadn't had our students used to, we used to practice on each other. I did do a guided meditation through a past life, which is similar, like you said. Getting in that same state, it's very similar once you can get your breathing to alpha state, and then you feel it, you're breathing slow, and you tricking your body into the trance, but through a positive way. So, yes, you can do it on yourself. It's a whole way, y'all. It's kind of long, but it's essentially like if you imagine yourself in meditation, and then it's a certain script that you have to remember to say, and then you will deposit things into your subconscious that you want. So like, I am confident. That you have keywords. I'm confident. Every time I see a plant, I'll remember how beautiful life is, and I won't take it for granted. And then you'll come back up out of that, and those things that you got to your subconscious to stick, that's why people feel life-changing things. Like, oh, I'm no longer not confident. I'm so confident. So now I can go and be this person that I want to be. Or my person with writer's block. She said, oh, now I finished my whole album. I have not had writer's block since. And I'm like, yes. But I'm like, I knew it, but yes, like I'm glad that it worked. So to answer that question, I don't even remember the question again, y'all.
So
come on now.
Either way, I'm enjoying this. Okay. I'm enjoying it.
Just give me one question at a time. No, I can't.
No, yeah,
I can't do two.
Inquisitive minds wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with the okay. Ooh, this
get deep. Get deep with me. Get deep.
I love shit like this. So, okay. So I've been to a healing facility before, and one thing that I spoke with this, I'm very into the spiritual stuff. Yes. So I even look into like psychedelics and.
Been there, girl.
Not
done
to
that.
say I've had psychedelics. Like, I've never had a psychedelic.
Oh, am I supposed to say that on that?
No. Ain't nobody finna knock down your door.
Whatever.
I've never had psychedelics. But I'm so interested in, like, how it works because just, I have friends who, like, I've used herbs in ceremony before. Right. Like, like I've used the cacao and, like, the mushrooms and things.
Well, that's a psychedelic.
But it wasn't like the real.
Oh, I see.
It was like the little chocolate.
Yeah. That's not.
Yeah, I ain't seen nothing on that.
It's not the same.
I didn't psych out. Like,
yeah,
I was just happy.
Yeah.
I want to know, like, do you like? Is that part of the practice? Like, is that okay? Because there's so much research on mushrooms, right? And so the consensus is it's a psychedelic. Right. You get in touch with sometimes spirit guides in nature. But some people are like, that is your brain reacting to poison. I've heard like that flip side on an article, like, these are hallucinogens, you're hallucinating, you're not meeting.
I feel like that's so on brand of the powers that be, y'all. Listen. When you find a string to all the conspiracies and they make a loop, you think a little bit different. Of course they're gonna say, you're just tripping. You're just tripping out. You don't see what you think you see. That's with everything in this world, right?
Yeah.
You're not sick. You're just eating the American diet. Don't worry about it. Mm-hmm. You're not.
There's a perfect scientific answer to this.
Yeah, so that's what that gives me. Yeah. But the reason why the psychedelics will allow you to do that is because y'all are meeting at the same plane. The dream state, the astral plane, spirit realm, when you go into shroom, when you go into meditation, you're going to one same place. You're going to the same place. I used to tell people that did shrooms before, this hypnosis, the hypnotherapy is like a shroom trip without the drugs, without the hallucinogenics, because you'll get to go to the same place. You're going to meet the same beings. Even, y'all, I've met so many beings. Y'all wouldn't even understand.
They don't scare you?
The only one that scared me was one of my clients whose higher self was half lion, half human. Oh, God. And when I said, can I speak to Moses? My client said, speak. And I said, my name's Jeff. No, I got so nervous. I said, well, I'm Nia and I'm here with my client. And as I'm like, he could tell that I'm physically nervous. He's like kind of laughing at me, like smirking, like, oh, she nervous. I made her nervous. But yeah,
so you see and hear them through the client, so you're not seeing them.
I'm not seeing anything.
Okay.
My client is telling me exactly what they're seeing. They've mapped out Atlantis for me already, y'all. They've mapped out Egypt. Somebody got mummified in a sarcophagus. Dang. They can tell me detail to the T, and this is why this is a phenomenon. How can I? it must be so many beings that we can't even keep up. Like, I'm literally trying to map out the other side. I'm kind of done with the physical here, baby. I'm trying to map out what's going on so we can figure out what tools and what beings are here to help us. I feel like that's one of the biggest lies, that it's only one thing out here to help us.
I think that throughout this whole spiritual journey, that is something that I've been able to read true, is that there are things on the other side helping us through this human experience, you know, and that's why I'm able to keep my faith so strong.
Yes.
And just believe in things. And,
Yes.
you know, I've lost so many people so close to me at young ages, at old ages, and I just find comfort in knowing that there's life on all planes.
Yes.
And so this topic is so
Yes.
good. I can keep going on and on and on
know.
about this. So what is the takeaway that you want us to get about hypnosis and hypnotherapists? Like, what is one piece of education that you want us to leave with today, to just squash all the misconceptions and just make us more enlightened people, period?
Well, if you want change, you're going to have to do something you've never done, y'all. A lot of times, like I said, my main thing is to shift blame of other things and put it on you. It's only you here, y'all. Open your mind to things that they said weren't possible. If you could take away anything, y'all, it's all on you. When you make that shift in perception, you getting up and blaming, I'm missing me. I take me for example. I'm very open with my story, but for a long time after I lost my great grandma, I would use that as to why I'm not where I'm supposed to be. That's very easy, to be a victim and to use something else. But when you realize that it's on you, and actually maybe I should get up because the higher self that I want to reach and that I want to achieve is here. This is where she's at. I'm over here somewhere soul searching and blaming everybody but myself. And when I made that shift and I understood that, hey, grief does not have to be yours. Even though you dealt with a lot of it.
Word.
Grief does not have that does not have to be you. You don't have to say my grief. You don't have to say my loss. You have to pay attention to the words that you say. Once you make that shift, hypnotherapy is all about making that shift in your mind. I made an association a long time ago that I hate dogs. So every time I see a dog, whether it may help me or anything, now I'm going to hate him for the rest of my life. I distorted a picture, what we all do. That's what the brain does. It's a distortion. And then people go on with that and never talk to this person ever, because in their mind, this is what they saw. And there's a reality, and then something that is what they saw. So at the end of the day, take accountability, change your perspective, change your mindset. Make sure you know that it's all on you, and with the help of your guides and God and your ancestors and spirits in general that are here to help us. We have more than one. Know that you can ask for help. I go in the mirror a lot, and I do a lot of mirror work where I ask my ancestors, not only I thank them for the day when I wake up and my guides and God, but I ask them, align my steps, just like religion. But I'm asking, now that I know y'all are here and exist, I'm asking everybody to help me. Not just one. I don't want to be put in a box with nothing. I'm going to ask everybody. And man, watch how they help you and watch how you can help yourself. It's no reason to be afraid of hypnosis and hypnotherapy. A lot of people are afraid of, the unknown and things that they can't see. They're afraid of themselves. They're afraid of that one thing that they're keeping hidden that is going to come out. That means it may be time for it to come out. It may be. You don't want to talk about it, but you have to. People that's abusive relationships, anything, you have to go to therapy for that.
Yeah.
Like, one day, it's gonna keep showing up in your life, and you're gonna keep having karma. You're gonna keep attracting the wrong person because of that one little thing. Could be childhood trauma. It could be adult trauma. But know that you have the power, and only you can change it, period. Only you. And so when you're ready for a real change like that, when you're ready to stop being on a hamster wheel going from here, there, overdoing this, overdoing that. Now I'm left out, and now I got to start my day late. I go to sleep late because I went, and it's just you're gonna keep doing this. When you're ready to put a wrench in that, come see me.
So speaking of coming to see you, not only am I going to book my sessions, but y'all should book your sessions.
Thank you.
And tell my audience where they can find you,
Yes.
your handles, YouTube, anything that you have going on.
Yes.
Let us know.
Thank you. Of course, y'all. So I do have a website. Y'all, I'm like the person on the flute. I'm the person on the drums. I'm in the back talking. I'm doing the backdrop. Like, I've done my website from scratch. I do my own logos, my thumbnails, everything.
Sagittarius.
I mean, why not? If I could do it and I don't have to go through somebody else, why not? I know what I like. So yes, I do have a website. It's www.soulpurposehypno, and that's SOL like the sun. I kind of like to do a little word play. And of course, my name is Nia, and y'all, if y'all don't know, it means intention or purpose. And once I found hypnotherapy, y'all, my body just it was like sparks when I saw that video. I'm like, this is mine. So that's kind of why I named it Soul Purpose Hypno. And in Texas, they don't like when we say hypnotherapy, because our governor, child, whatever. So soulpurposehypno.com. And I do have a YouTube. You can look it up by typing in Nia Monet. It's MONET, first name NIA. And then it's also Soul Purpose Hypno. Everything's going to have the same handle. I do have a business Instagram, but right now, most of my stuff is on my personal, just because I'm raw and vulnerable, and it shows the progression of me losing my family literally until me finding hypnotherapy, or hypnotherapy finding me. So I kind of like that people can see my progression, that I didn't just come out of nowhere. I'm not a psyop. That's always the thing with the spiritual community. You're wondering, is somebody paying this person to do this to get me to, y'all, it's just little old me.
Yeah, I could vouch for it. We go way back.
And I knew we would touch greatness.
It's crazy because we weren't even living in Houston at the time. We were living in Huntsville, and then I found you at a random house. I don't even go to house parties anymore. I found you at a random house party,
y'all,
in Houston that I just drove by real quick. Like, alignment is crazy.
Wait, can we tell them how we kept staring at each other out the corner?
See, the past life thing kept happening. I was like,
and I kept looking at her,
girl.
And then we finally said, "You're so pretty." And I'm like, "Wait,
Sam, we sat next to each other, y'all. Like, we were sharing notes. I still have the text messages, and we did not recognize each other because it's been that long.
But what I tell you, the eyes and the energy signatures do not lie. That signature doesn't lie. I'll never forget your soul. I'm just saying, I would never.
Was it good?
Yeah, I would never forget your soul. Like, whatever lifetime we in, baby, I'll never forget.
We was clubbing in the astral realm.
And we probably do every night. You never know.
Exactly.
But yes, guys, YouTube is up. My Instagram is _lightbeing Nia. So it's LIGHTBEING Nia. So somebody asked me, "Are we human?" I said, "I'm a light being. I don't know what it is." And I just changed it ever since, y'all.
I like that.
Yes. So that you can just book a consultation with me. It's free, 30 minutes. It's just to see if we match vibes, if this is something that you actually want to take on. It is a big thing, when you are agreeing to go to therapy. It's something that you got to talk with your loved ones about, check in with yourself, and make sure that your therapist is somebody that's going to understand you, listen to you, and if y'all gel and vibe. And if what I can help you with is in scope. So I can work with anything that has to do with your betterment, your well-being, or if you get a referral from a doctor. So because, a headache may be stress, but it also may be something else. And I can't legally treat your headache. But what I can do is take you on a relaxing journey down. And I want you to see the flowers. And I want you to take this backpack off your back. And that's going to be all the stress that you had all day. That's how we speak to your subconscious.
I am excited, y'all. Well, thank you so much, Girly Pop. And that was today's episode of The Healing Hour. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.